Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss a popular poetic form known as ode. An ode is a lyric poem, though it is a sort of celebration, yet it is quite serious in tone. It could be in praise of a person, some place, some non human object, or even an idea. Through ode, the poet celebrates something or someone to which he or she attributes some value. In simpler words, an ode is a song in praise. An ode is a formal poem which is meant to praise people, nature, ideas, or non human objects. It is highly solemn, serious in tone and subject matter, and a salient feature of ode is that it has uniform metrical feet and elaborate stanza structure. This poetic form originated in ancient Greece, where they were performed publicly with song and dance to celebrate the victories of young men and boys in various athletic events. This form is credited to have been created by a 5th century BC poet, Pindar. However, later on it came to serve as a means to shower praise on something or someone that the poet holds in high esteem. The word ode is derived from the Greek word "aidon", which means to sing or to chant. Now, the Pindar's odes were modeled on the songs sung by the chorus in drama. The chorus would move to one side of the stage to deliver the strophe, that is the first stanza, shift to the other side of the stage for the antistrophe, that is the second stanza, and then deliver the epode from the center stage, that is the concluding stanza. To the structure of an ode poem, it is divided into three sections or stanzas. The first section or the stanza is known as the strophe. In the Greek ode, the strophe usually consists of two or more lines repeated as a unit. In modern usage, the term strophe can refer to any group of verses that form a distinct unit within a poem. The second stanza or the antistrophe is structured the same way as the strophe but typically offers a thematic counterbalance. The final and the concluding stanza is known as the epode. This stanza typically has a distinct meter and length from the strophe and antistrophe and serves to summarize or conclude the ideas of the ode. So we can say that the strophe tells one side of a story while the antistrophe conveys its counterpart. The epode, constructed with a different metrical pattern, recounts the whole adventure. Since the lyric form was quite popular during the Elizabethan times, the poets like Ben Jonson, Andrew Marvell, John Milton, Abraham Cowley, John Dryden, and later poets like Alexander Pope, William Collins, and Keats easily adopted and perfected this form. Now, a remarkable difference between the classical treatment of odes by Greeks and the English poets was that the English Romantic poets explored intense emotions while composing odes, and they also used different stanza forms. Regarding the structure of the poem, it can be said that they are varied stanza forms used in odes, and thus accordingly they are named or classified. There are three main types of odes. The first one is the Pindaric ode. A Pindaric ode consists of a strophe and antistrophe, which is quite melodious and harmonious, and the final stanza, which is known as an epode. Pindaric poems are also characterized by irregular line lengths and rhyme schemes. The next ode is the Horatian ode. It is named after Roman poet Horace, who lived during the 1st century. The Horatian ode consists of 2 or 4 line stanzas that share the same meter, rhyme scheme, and length. Unlike the more formal Pindaric ode, the Horatian ode traditionally explores intimate scenes of daily life, and they were written in quatrains. in a more philosophical and contemplative manner. Horace, he broke away from the strict structure of the Pindaric ode and focused on more personal, informal topics. One of the most famous masters of the Horatian ode was John Keats. The third form of ode is the irregular ode. It follows neither the Pindaric form nor the Horatian form. It typically includes rhyme as well as irregular verse structure and stanza patterns that allow the poet a great freedom in composing this type of poem. Irregular odes are also known as Cowleyan ode after the English poet Abraham Cowley. To conclude, we can say that the odes have always been used by the poets to express and explore the noble and patronizing sentiments, sometimes in an elevated manner, sometimes satirical, and also at times in a humorous way. This accounts for the universal appeal of odes. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned for more.